Hola Chula! Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. And if you are new here, well then hi, hello, my name is Kai. And this is actually something a little bit different on my channel today. We are going to revisit the topic of my experience growing up in a fundamentalist belief system, and this is my 5 things that I would have never been able to do inside of that fundamentalist church. And these are all things that I have done now on the other side of that experience. I don't necessarily know if they're things that I advocate that you should do. I thought they were pretty cool experiences, but that's just me. That's what we're going to be talking about today, so let's get into the video.
Can I get your name and where you're from, if you don't mind?
I'm Kai.
Kai, can I get spelling for you?
Straight out of Dogtown, K-A-I.
One thing that I definitely would have never been able to do inside of that church was get tattoos. I am obviously a person who, has at least a couple tattoos. I'm really losing my mystique here. And that is definitely a big major no-no. Most fundamentalist groups have some sort of rule or some sort of stigma associated with people who get tattoos or get piercings or make any sort of modifications to their body. And my answer to that is you only get this one life and you only get this one body. So you should be as happy as you possibly can be with that body. And my solution to that was to get really, to get some okay looking tattoos. Your body is a temple, and I just have really poor taste in wallpaper. Definitely, that is not anything that I would have ever been able to do. If I would have come into the church with that foolishness, I would have been swiftly kicked out, so yeah. Number 2 is go to a university. I don't know if this is commonplace in all fundamentalist groups or whatever, but mine especially really taught against higher education and that you shouldn't really need to pursue anything outside of high school or possibly a trade, something that would make you useful. And I understand that a lot of people are disenfranchised or disillusioned at the idea of higher education anymore because there's no real security that putting all that money and putting all that effort into your education is really going to get you anywhere. But I think that university isn't just about getting a degree. It's also about expanding your mind and expanding your horizons and having new experiences and meeting people that are different than you, that think differently than you, and ultimately honing your critical thinking skills. And if there's one thing that groups like this don't want you to do, it's critically think. So it just makes a lot of sense why they wouldn't want you to pursue higher education. It's just a little suspicious, right? It's just a little suspicious. Number 3, be in a hardcore band. That's right, I used to do this silly, scary, screamy thing. But yeah, I was in a really cringy, corny, hardcore band for a summer, a season. A horrible season. But I never would have ever been able to do that. I don't know why some of these hardcore Judeo-Christian belief systems associate heavy metal or more aggressive styles of music with the devil. I've always thought of him as more of a smooth jazz kind of guy, but vilifying an entire genre of music just seems really incredibly small-minded in my opinion. Number 4 is vote. Voting is actually considered a conscience thing, you do you. We're not going to tell you what to do. We're not going to tell you what's the right answer. It's up to you, and you better just hope that you're right. There's something about that that's a little bit frustrating to me, but I won't go into it. But absolutely, I don't know. Voting seems like a weird thing to be a conscience matter when the people inside the group are not supposed to form their own political beliefs or really invest themselves in worldly human governments. So I just don't know how you expect people to actually be able to vote when you won't allow them to have an informed opinion. Yeah, we're in America, where having an informed opinion doesn't really matter anymore. And finally, we have arrived at point number 5. Wow, that was a good rhyme. Point number 5, independent thinking. I was brought up to believe that independent thought is wrong and of the world, and that you shouldn't lean on your own understanding. That's some 1984 shit, okay? That's a bananas thing to hear, like out loud, like to actually hear someone say it, like real, like really, 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 really say it, like really to your face out loud in front of other people, like that is, wow, a thing to hear, really. As I've gotten older and have like left this part of my life behind and just continued to grow from that experience in general, my freedom of mind and body and spirit is completely invaluable to me. I would do anything to protect those, to protect that, to protect my liberation, to protect my independence, because at the end of the day, what did I ever leave for if it wasn't to be completely and totally my own person, where no one can tell me what to do or what to think or what to say, what to wear, how my body should look, how I should act, how I should behave? What was the point of ever going through all of the heartache of leaving that situation if it wasn't going to be an absolute dream for me on the other side? Literally. I don't know about you, but I think that all of these things that, you know, I've experienced, and there are many more things, right? There are so many things that we could talk about, like when it comes down to what we were not allowed to do inside of a fundamentalist group. We're out loud and proud and living our truths on the other side, and I think that's the most like beautiful revenge that there possibly could be. Just living well and being a happy and joyful person. If you like this video, please let me know, because I do really enjoy talking about some of this sort of stuff, like more, you know, my, you know, fundamentalist groups. I don't know, I just find them so fascinating, right? Yeah, man, that was just my thought, my opinion, and this was my video. So if you like this video, then you can leave it a like. And if you like me, then you can subscribe to this channel, where I will be talking about whatever I want, whenever I want. I'll get new tattoos if I want. I'll go vote if I want, given that there's an election that democracy hasn't given to its inevitable demise. And I will, you know, do all the other stuff I can't do. Wear pants, salute the flag, my birthday. Thank you so much, Chulas, and I hope that you have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing rest of your day. Bye, Chulas.